Welcome back to your latest industry recap. A new airline launch has finally arrived. Airbus order news. Why not begin with the highly anticipated launch of Riyadh Air, who will commence scheduled passenger flights in a matter of days, with first flights to be offered to London from October 26, marking the final new phase of its launch program. These flights to operate daily, with London Heathrow, that selected airport as I mentioned. Riyadh Air says the launch will be possible thanks to its designated 7879 technical spare. The sequenced flights are initially on sale to select groups and Riyadh Air employees. While this is a launch, it is not considered its full formal launch, but rather a step in a necessary series of preparations as they look to see a proper flying schedule commence over the coming months. Riyadh Air describes this launch as an opportunity to enter a critical phase of its operations, where it can ensure that there is unparalleled operational readiness in preparation for the eventual delivery of more aircraft from Boeing. In the meantime, the airline will be able to utilize its recently awarded slot, which is highly regarded at Heathrow, while it awaits the new aircraft deliveries. Flights RX401 and RX402 will operate the service. You can expect a 3:15 in the morning departure from Riyadh with a 7:30 arrival local time into London. London Heathrow, however, will be the first pillar on its pathway to perfection, as the airline describes it itself, with soon after flights to Dubai expected to be added, as the airline looks to commit to excellence and a pretty high standard of operation as well. Through the initial flights, which the technical spare will operate as part of an assessment program, the airline will find ways to strengthen its operations by the day, ensuring that there is a smooth and also reliable, world-class premium experience once the flights are scaled upwards. Riyadh Air says that we should expect new route announcements as well in the coming weeks and months, with a keen eye on the winter 2025 and summer 2026 schedule. However, unfortunately, a lot of this all has to do with the delivery of new planes. The birth of this international carrier has been far from smooth in terms of the acquisition of these new aircraft. You see, the airline confirmed that its launch would be delayed in April until the end of this year, despite having already secured its necessary Air Operators Certification, or AOC. Previously, the airline would have operated its very first flight in the midway point of this year. That was then pushed back to Q3, the latest delay for commencement now seeing Q4, assuming that there was at the time going to be no further delays. The launch delays have been out of Riyadh Air's control, while most new companies may struggle to launch due to, say, challenges in certifications, crew training, or other factors. For this business, it has been down to Boeing. The American plane maker will not only be the only one to provide Riyadh airplanes in the future, with Airbus going to, but right now, at least for the launch phase, the 787 deliveries are crucial and a part of an extensive order for 72 units that was placed in early 2023. Unfortunately, however, a lot of these deliveries that had associated timeframes have not materialized, with persistent delays in the arrival, meaning that Riyadh Air has not been comfortable enough, or not really even been able to launch its scheduled passenger services. The contrast is that while some existing airlines may struggle to retire aging fleet types or move ahead with new route launches due to delayed deliveries, in the case of Riyadh Air, they have not been able to launch as they have been a victim of the Boeing supply chain constraints. Over to the next story, and in September, Airbus was able to see multiple A350 deals announced. For the manufacturer, it represented a slower month for aircraft orders, but there were still 10 gross deals. All were for the popular wide-body type in the A350. 2 of your A350-900s were ordered on the 8th of September. The deal from a private customer, so therefore the end destination was not publicly confirmed. Meanwhile, then 8 days later, on September 16, an unidentified customer confirmed a deal for 8 A350-900s. Unidentified customers, while can certainly be frustrating at the time of purchase, driven by the lack of knowledge surrounding who actually placed said order, eventually do have their endpoint revealed, and up until that point, it'll be pure speculation on where this will be heading. With the quieter month that also saw no order cancellations, Airbus's net total orders for 2025 stand at 514 in the first 9 months of the year. This follows 610 gross orders, but you've got to factor in the 96 cancellations locations which have been confirmed thus far. Very keen to hear your take down below in the comments. Thanks a lot for your support here on the channel. It really does mean a lot. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.
And we'll fly. Oh, we'll fly.